Go live stream live on Facebook.
Elton.
Well, Pam, we're live on Facebook. This has been a long time since you've done a Facebook Live.
Have I ever?
Facebook Live.
Usually my thing. Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am going to go on and share it on Pam's page as well, so you can check this out. But Pam,
Yes.
you're leaving me.
Yeah.
You're leaving
Well,
me.
it has been 30 years I've had to put up with you.
So it's time. It's time.
It's
to
only
reconnect.
temporary. It's okay.
It's only temporary. You sure?
Well, that's the plan.
That's the plan. So what are you doing? How come you're leaving me?
Okay, well, it's actually just for 2 months, but I've got this amazing opportunity to be able to go on Mercy Ships. Maybe some of you have heard of it, maybe some of you haven't, but in the mail tomorrow, the mail yesterday that made it really official is that this arrived. So Mercy Ship crew. So I will be serving as a voluntary, as a ward nurse on a very busy, the biggest hospital ship in the world, starting next month.
Starting next month. So some of you may or may not have heard about Mercy Ships. So we thought we'd start off by sharing a short little video about Mercy Ships so that you can see a bit more about what Pam will be doing there. So we'll just get this.
And just so you know, there's 2 of them. There's the Global Mercy and there's the Mercy Africa. Mercy Africa is the one in the background, which is in Madagascar. Mercy Global, the one in the front, is in Sierra Leone, which is where I'll be going.
Okay, so let's quickly watch this video.
Mercy Ships is on a mission to bring hope and healing directly to those who need it most. In many nations in sub-Saharan Africa, access to surgical care is limited, unsafe, or unaffordable. 9 out of 10 people in need of surgery are left without hope. And tragically, every 2 seconds, someone dies because of a surgically treatable disease. Mercy Ships exist to change that narrative by bringing safe and free surgical care and surgical education using the world's largest civilian hospital ships, the Global Mercy and the Africa Mercy. On board, volunteer professionals from around the world treat conditions like cleft lips and palates, burn contractures, bowed legs, obstetric fistulas, cataracts, benign tumors, and more. Meanwhile, Mercy Ships partners with African nations to strengthen their surgical systems through education and mentorship, expanding their capacity to deliver quality care in the long term. Over the past 45 years and counting, Mercy Ships has performed more than 114,000 life-changing and life-saving surgical procedures, trained more than 53,600 medical professionals, and gifted services and material valued at over $1.8 billion. Now, with a 2-ship fleet currently active in Madagascar and Sierra Leone, Mercy Ships will be able to double the impact and provide life-transforming surgical care to more people than ever before. And it's about so much more than numbers. Each number represents a name, a face, a story, and a new hope for the future. Because as followers of the 2,000-year-old model of Jesus, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity to live a full and healthy life. Through a global community of partners, donors, and volunteers, together, we can change the surgical landscape in African nations today and in the future.
So Pam, there it is. So that's what you're going to be doing. So which ship are you going to be on?
The Global Mercy.
And where's
The
it?
bigger of the two. That's in Sierra Leone, which is in Sierra Leone, in Africa on the west coast.
And when are you going?
I'm actually going to be there this time next month. So I'll leave on the 27th of September to arrive there on the 28th, which is really the 29th here. Over 24 hours of actual flight time, yet alone all the time in between. But exciting.
And when are you going to come back?
I will leave there on the 22nd of November to return and get back here on the 25th.
Okay. And the most important question, are you leaving food for me to eat during that time?
Oh, am I meant to? There's food in the freezer. There's food at the shops. We live in the Western world. Those things are easy. I do prefer that you don't just live on junk food, though.
And have you arranged someone to clean the house?
That's your job. But I'll expect it how I left it.
Okay, so let's put some of the fun aside here. But how on earth did you come to this decision to go?
Well, I guess I've always wanted to do some sort of voluntary work abroad, or, missions has always been even jointly our thing. And I guess having our little surprise edition, yes, we're not having a fifth one, with that 8
Yes,
years.
a lot of people wonder whether we're having another child.
No, we're not, and there's no grandchildren on the way either, as far as we know. But it has always been something that I've wanted to do, and even we've wanted to do, really. But I guess I have felt like it's been put on hold a bit with a teenager still in the house, but that teenager is now 14 and has a part-time job and a bit more independent. So I guess I've just felt prompted this year in particular. I guess God's been putting on my heart, well, why not now? Yeah, so I looked into different things, but it was Mercy Ship that seemed to come onto my mind. I inquired about it back in June, and just through process of events, it's one thing to inquire, it's another thing to apply, but it's actually happening. So it's very exciting.
So in the end, it's actually happened all very quickly.
It has, but there's a whole lot of boxes that need to be ticked along the way to get there.
Yeah.
But they have nearly all been ticked. The flights are booked, and I am in the process of being able to get going.
Yeah, done all the online training and everything you need to do to apply. Yes.
Yeah, it's taken very seriously. It is all run by volunteers, but those volunteers are people who are qualified in those areas of expertise. That being the case, I really do work more as a midwife, and I won't be working as a midwife on the ship, but fortunately I am a general trained nurse as well. So I'll be working as a ward nurse on a busy ward.
So what do you think, like you're there for 2 months, what do you think your work life and things are going to look like during that time?
Well, I'll be working 45 hours a week as a ward nurse. So it'll be shift work like anywhere, because they do have the Global Mercy actually has 120 bed primary care beds. And they have I actually jotted this down from somewhere the other day, because there's so much information online, but anyway, it's about 60 acute beds. They've got 7 ICUs, 6 theatres, quite a few different things. So, or 7 actually, 7 ICU beds, 90 self-care beds, and 102 acute care beds. So I'll be somewhere in there, not the intensive care, I don't think, but somewhere on the wards. Yeah.
Doing that. So they're actually short of staff at the moment.
They are short on some of the crucial areas. There's a lot of, obviously everyone's volunteer, surgeons, everything, and it's a hospital ship, so every person that's required to run a hospital here in Australia is required on a ship like this as well. Yeah, so some people, like some of the specialist doctors, I think they give up their time and they'll do 2 weeks a year every now and then and things like that. But people, it seems like a lot of them keep going back for more.
Yeah, it does seem that way, which is a bit scary.
I'm excited.
You're excited about doing that. So, I mean, I know, Pam, you work with a lot of nurses, and a lot of nurses and things will be seeing this or other medical staff. So they should apply too to go.
They could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a need out there. Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things that, because they're short-staffed, they're actually helping you to go. So
They are, because usually onboard costs they recommend, it's often US dollars because the base is in Texas, America. Having said that, there is an Australian base that help out for the Australian volunteers. But yeah, they recommend 200 to 400 US dollars a month, which is about 500 Australian. But that's actually at the moment they're waiving the onboard costs. It's not necessarily an ongoing thing. They're going to reevaluate that in December. And usually, again, the volunteers also pay for their flights to get there. And at the moment, they're very graciously even offering to do that for some of the more crucial areas, I guess. So they've offered to do that for us as well. We can obviously also offer, pay that. But what we've done instead is we've set up a Facebook or this fundraising page, which will help put the money back to Mercy Ships that they're also giving to not just us, but many other volunteers out there that to enable them to go. So yes, we're also putting money aside. We'll still be paying for a lot of other things, but that's one of the purposes of us wanting to give back to Mercy Ships for the way that they give so much, not just to us personally, but to the world. Yeah, those in need.
So before we talk about that some more, so just some responding to some Facebook comments. Beck, thank you for offering to share meals. That would be wonderful. If you go onto I Hate Cooking, have a look. She's a wonderful cook. And Robin, for those that missed the start, so Pam is going to go to Sierra Leone and work on the Global Mercy Ships for 2 months from the 27th of September through to the 22nd of November.
So it's 8 weeks as a ward nurse. That was a minimal. So
Yes.
That's where I started.
Yeah. Okay. So it is about asking for help too. So one, we'd really appreciate if you could pray for Pam. Well, she's gone. More importantly, pray for me while I look after a 40-year-old and you do that. No, to pray for Pam and for Mercy Ships. They do an incredible work there. You are going to keep us updated, aren't you, as you go?
Yes.
I know it's still a month away before.
Photo-wise, there's actually a whole lot of information out there on Mercy Ships. The little one you just saw is just a little glimpse of it. They've got their own live stream, reality TV show that was created this year. And that can be followed more on a free TV channel called Angel. There's a free section there that you don't have to actually join up for all the other things.
So we'll put the link to that in the chat soon,
yeah,
so you can have a look at that.
Interesting. They go between the two ships, the Mercy Global and the Mercy Africa.
Yeah. Okay, doing that. So you're going to keep us updated. So you said before that Mercy Ships are actually covering costs of your airfare and your costs, but we have decided that we'd like to raise some money to help them. Yep. So we've set how much is the target we've set to do that?
$10,000.
$10,000.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I know that sounds like a lot, but we've so to kick it off, Pam and I have decided to put in 10% of that. So we've donated $1,000 towards Mercy Shippers. One of our other friends has kicked in $300 as a starter as well. But we know, like a couple of years ago, for those who remember, I went to India with 2 of our kids and we actually raised $12,000, $13,000 then. So I know that our networks are very generous in doing that. So, but we thought we'd put a challenge out there to see if people could consider donating $50 each. And it's the great thing about it is it's tax deductible. So, and they've set up a special fundraising page for you, Pam. So I'm just going to show
it's for me, but the money doesn't go to me. So I very graciously put the picture there so people know that they can donate. That'll go to the Australian office and all funds will be used specifically for Mercy Ships.
Yeah, so this is the page. So I'm going to put a link to it in the comment section down below, and we'll also, share that as well. So you can see you've got the option of just giving once. You can click the $50 or $25, or you can click whatever amount, even as $1, $2, or if you want to pay the whole 10,000. I don't mind you doing that as well. Yeah, none of this is coming to us.
I don't want your money. I want you to be able to give it to others. So yeah, thank you.
But some of them, you've got the option if, Pam will be like this a month before she goes, and then 2 months on the ship. So maybe you want to, I don't know, give $10 a month over the next 5 months or something, or that would be very, very helpful, and it'll go towards their costs of running it. And when you look at the documentaries and things about what they do, it's there's so many out there, but it's also incredible what they're doing as well. So that's going to be our challenge. Let's see if we can raise $10,000. hopefully before you go, but even over the next 3 months, to see what to do. And again, it is tax deductible, so that is very helpful as well. Anything else you want to share, Pam?
No, I just find the whole idea of going, I just feel so honored and privileged myself. What an honor. What an honor to be able to serve on the biggest hospital ship, all run by volunteers. People that come from Western countries where we just take all health for granted. And these things, these procedures that they're doing are on people who it would never have got to that stage in our Western world. You know, children born with cleft lip palates, they're repaired. Whereas these ones get to childhood, adulthood, and have never been repaired, and it's not just the suffering physically, but all the mental and effects that they have on people's lives. And these bow legs, like congenital dislocated hips, that's just treated from birth here, but they don't have access to all that health. And yeah, and this actually, Mercy Ships has been actually running for since 1978, and it was actually founded by a guy who Don Stevens in 78, and he actually had the privilege to meet Mother Teresa and had a personal encounter. She asked him the question, why were you born? And he actually said to her about how he wanted to do this work, and she never questioned, she just encouraged him. And so he went on to start up Mercy Ships, and the first one was literally just a converted cruise liner. Then Mercy Africa was started in 2007. It was a converted railway ship, and now they've got the global, and I don't know, I think it's public, but there's actually a third one that's being made at the moment, which I think may be bigger still. So there will be 3 eventually. And it's encouraging to think that there's enough people out there that are willing to volunteer of their time. Those of I've come in contact since, a lot of them do tend to go back again for more. So it's really encouraging.
And it's been amazing that you've already met people who are actually over there at the
Mm.
moment who just left. So
Yeah.
so you're getting to know some of the people you'll be working with.
Yeah.
And probably bunking with as well,
Yeah.
because you're not going to have just a shared room.
I don't mind at all. Yeah. Happy for the experience.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. I don't think there's anything else we need to share.
No, that's basically what our big announcement is.
So
No more children.
No more children.
Yeah, that door's closed.
Hopefully grandchildren soon, but maybe
yet.
not for a while. Yes, we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
But thank you everyone. Thank you for praying for Pam. Thank you for praying for Mercy Ships. If you can donate the $50, we're putting the $50 challenge out there. If you can do that,
that's fine.
yeah, or a little more, whatever. This is actually, it's a key thing. I mean, it's one of the good ways to learn to hear the voice of God is actually asking God how much money to give, and seeing what he prompts you to give as well. So there you go. That's a quick lesson in hearing the voice of God as well. Okay, bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep you in touch. I'll probably maybe set up I think they recommend, what's the one?
A WhatsApp group.
Where I'll be able to share things, and it just can be, you can share to me, but it'll just be the one way. So you'll only have to see what I'm sharing. I can't put photos specifically that I take of other children, but there are others that we can access up along the line. But so many stories out there that you can watch independent of that. Okay, thanks again for listening, and I appreciate your support, whichever way it may be. Okay.
See you guys. Thank you.